Welcome to episode 8 of the Brown Bostonian Show. I am your host, Kevin Pennington Turner, aka the Brown Bostonian, aka Sir South. And we're here with another episode of the Brown Bostonian Show. Great week of battle rap, great week of football, great week, interesting week of basketball, to say the least. Let's get into all of them. We're going to start first with Celtics. We usually start with Patriots during the NFL season, but I feel like the Celtics fiasco deserves more attention. The Celtics head coach, Ime Udoka, suspended for 1 year due to sexual misconduct with a Celtics staff. Interim coach Joe Mazzulla, he was a former assistant throughout that championship run. He'll be the interim coach. They're working on another assistant coach to be put on that staff for the young guy. And this hurts the Celtics, man. It really does. I can't say too much about it because I don't know too much about it. I know as much as probably the Celtics players do, and I know as much as the fans do about the whole situation. Heard stuff here and there from some sports people, but for the most part, it's a very unfortunate circumstance, very unfortunate event that I'm sure all parties are wishing it was something different. One thing that stuck out to me was media day was Monday, right before training camp started yesterday, and Jason Tatum said he learned on Twitter that this news happened with the rest of us. That bothers me. I'm sure that bothers him. I'm sure that bothers everybody, because 2 days later, guess what? Or a couple days later, guess what? He has a new head coach for the rest of the season that he has to work with. Hoping to build, which ended up not being the case. It's super unfortunate, and it reminds me of the Jaylen Brown situation throughout the offseason with Kevin Durant, and how he didn't know, or how he may have not known that he was in trade talks until Twitter. Until he figured out with the rest of us. And that just tells me something about the Celtics' transparency and communication with not only the players, but the fans and everybody else, and how much it impacts these guys. It impacts the players, and they're voicing it. It's not like they're keeping it under wraps and showing some frustrations and keeping it under wraps. I'm sure they're holding stuff back, but it's pretty clear that they don't know much of what's going on in the front office, which says a lot, as you can say to a bunch of players do in around the league, as if it always happens. But guess who's in the front office? Brad Stevens, an old coach of theirs. And for there not to be as much communication as he would hope, that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes to what's going on in the Celtics facility. Of course, we don't know everything, but from the players' reaction, from what we've seen from the owners and Brad Stevens and their reactions, some of it's telling. Not telling of the whole story with Udoka, because that's, frankly, it's just not about business. But a lot of it's telling about the communication and the relationships between players and the people in the front office. Very telling. Other than that, that's off of basketball. Basketball, it hurts the Celtics. They was looking to build, and guess what? Robert Williams, he underwent successful knee injury last week, but he'll be out for 8 to 12 weeks. He's going to miss the start of the regular season. Might I remind you, he had knee surgery last season during the regular season, came back in the middle of the playoffs, helped a lot, wasn't 100%. He showed. He missed some games even when he came back in the playoffs. What's going on? And I mentioned before on a previous episode, Danilo Gallinari will be out for the season most likely. Underwent surgery. What's going on? So that front court and the head coach has taken a dive. So now we still got Jason Tatum, still got Jaylen Brown, still got Malcolm Brogdon now, still got Marcus Smart. Hopefully Peyton Pritchard can step up. Hopefully Grant Williams can be that guy to average about 10, 11 points a night. It's going to be hard. I don't see Al Horford averaging any more than 12, 13 points a night, if that, or even averaging 25 minutes a night. That front court is looking rough. And the reason why it wasn't looking too rough last season was because Udoka. He figured out a way that defense can still be hectic and became the number one defense despite the fact that they can't score. They made up for it in the defense. And then, hey, when we got back on offense, it's time for the back court, to do work on the offense. And that doesn't mean isolation. It just means run the ball, move the ball, rotate, and then we score that way. And if some big guys so happen to score, then so be it. Nonetheless, man, it hurts. It hurts the Celtics, especially in that Eastern Conference. That Eastern Conference has gotten so good. Cleveland Cavaliers got Donovan Mitchell now. They became a highly ranked team. High expectations. The Bulls going to be full healthy. Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine. DeMar DeRozan is playing all-star level, MVP level basketball. Obviously, the Bucks getting Middleton back. Obviously, Miami, Tyler Herro's going to get better. Jimmy Butler is still going to be effective. Hopefully, Kyle Lowry can be still an all-star level player. Toronto still has a core group of young guys with Siakam still and Fred VanVleet. That Eastern Conference is so tough. And with all the things happening for the Celtics, it seems like they went from a championship team hoping to get back there to hopefully they make a deep run. Now, I don't know Joe Mazzulla. He's from Rhode Island. I don't know his coaching style. He has some coaching background in college. But hopefully he can make it happen. I think that's going to be severe in something like this. Moving on. The New England Patriots has been tough. It's been tough for Boston. It's been tough in New England sports, man. New England Patriots lose to the Baltimore Ravens 26-37. Mac Jones threw for 321 yards, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Lamar Jackson, 218 yards passing, 4 TDs, 1 interception, and 1 rushing touchdown. Mac Jones went out in the fourth quarter with a high ankle sprain injury. No timetable on that. It looked bad. He hopped off on his own power. He was screaming. It looks bad. Taking it day by day. No timetable. He might still play this Sunday against Green Bay. He might not. If not, Brian Hoyer will be the backup quarterback. Long time, 14-year veteran. He's been with the Patriots for a long time. So if there was a backup, you definitely want him to be the backup, especially for a team like this. Nonetheless, let's get into the game. The Patriots looked okay. They looked okay. That defense is so good. But the offense, no Jacoby Myers. Stevenson was good. But that 2 for 9 on third down from the Patriots is just not cutting it. And that second half offense from the Patriots has not been cutting it. The offense all around for the Patriots has not been stellar, of course, but it's the second half offense. Not only the second half offense, let me not say that. It's the second half passing offense that has not been good. In the second half, Mac Jones, there was times we didn't need, the Patriots were fighting back. It was a back and forth. The Patriots were fighting back because that defense kept them in with the turnovers. The Patriots defense kept them in the game. They was fighting back. Mac Jones was throwing interceptions. He ended up with 3 picks. And it was picks that we didn't need a pick. It could have been a fourth down. They was in striking distance of a field goal and to make it an 8-point game. But he threw a pick. That's poor game situation football that I'm seeing from Mac Jones. It's not necessarily the talent. It's sort of the IQ of Mac Jones, They've been okay. The defense has been keeping them in games, which I've been saying since the beginning of the season. I know it's only week 3. The defense has been keeping them in games, getting turnovers. It's just up to the Patriots to score off them. Now, it doesn't have to be a touchdown. It could just be field goals. That's how good that defense is. That's how good the special teams is. They get a turnover, or they get good field coverage, get 2 first downs, and kick it. Get 3 points, or get a touchdown. I make it seem more simple than it is. Of course, it's not that easy. It's never that easy in the NFL. But we got to be honest. It's not, the Patriots, it's not looking good. Now, I will say this. I wrote this on my blog. Log on to the brownbostonian.com blog. I wrote this on my blog. There is a silver lining for the Patriots. Silver lining is, after this week, because they'll face Green Bay, who's looking like a top 10 team. And when I say top 10, I mean like 10 and 9. Right there with the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens, 10 and 9. Green Bay, 10 and 9. They're facing the Green Bay Packers. Tough start to the season for the Patriots. So I think they're going to go 1-3. I'm going to be honest. It's possible that they can win if that offense gets it together. But in that offensive line for the Patriots look good. Either way, the silver lining. After Green Bay, the Patriots will face the Lions, the Browns, the Bears, the Jets twice, the Colts, and the Vikings before they have to go face Buffalo. So, that's 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, 4 games, 5 games, 6 games. That's 7 games they can win. They already got 1. They won against the Steelers. They had to win 1 in the first 4 weeks. They had to. And I mentioned this before, I believe on the first episode, or the second episode, that don't judge off the first half of the season for the Patriots. Their schedule's tough. They're not going to figure out the offense right away. The defense is going to be good. They're going to keep them in games. They're going to be able to pull out 1, 2 games off defense alone, and they're going to have to at least hopefully get 3 or 4 in the first half of the season. It's the second half of the season that I think they can come back and become a playoff team. I think they're still going to be a playoff team. I still stand by 10-7. After Green Bay, the Patriots have a chance to go on a run. If they go on a run, they're still going to have to face Buffalo, the Cardinals, the Raiders, who have not been looking good. So that can be a win. Cincy, which can be a win. Experienced group in the defense against the young, still kind of experienced now that they went to Super Bowl, Cincy. But Bill Belichick can outcoach them. If they win one of those, out of that 3 or 4, and then they can grab one back from the Dolphins, I don't see them taking a Bills game. I can see the Patriots sitting in the 2nd seed of the AFC East and getting the wild card spot, 1,000%. So that is a silver lining from what I've taken. Because what I've seen Sunday, the offense, it's the same thing. The offense passing game has not been good. Jacoby Myers was out, but they didn't use Hunter Henry the way they should, Jonnu Smith the way they should. Devontae Parker, he's got to show more. He was okay. Nelson Aguilar's been okay. They just have a bunch of okay wide receivers. Jacoby Myers is the only guy that I'm like, he's really good. He's pretty good. So after Green Bay, I think they can go on a run. I'm predicting they go on a run. Not saying they're gonna win 7 straight, but they're going to Green Bay. That's a lot of away games. They're gonna have a lot of home games after that. Best believe, I truly think they're gonna get a lot of wins, and I think there's gonna be a few weeks where they're gonna be considered a top 10 team, and that defense is gonna get the recognition it deserves. Next, we're gonna do some Week 3 recap, quick hits from other games. Giants, Monday Night Football. Giants still have work to do, 2-1 now. Daniel Jones isn't it. He had a chance to drive his team down the field through a pick quick in that drive, which led the Cowboys to end the game. And the Cowboys' defense is ferocious. Simple as that. Cowboys going to be in the playoff talks. Eagles are going to be number 1, of course, but Cowboys, they're going to be in the playoff talks until Dak comes back. Russell Wilson, hanging on by a thread. Won by 1 point. He needs more help. But nonetheless, Russell Wilson is a winner, and I think he's gonna be all right. Not the MVP season I predicted, at least not yet. But he was my MVP pick. It's still Patty Mahomes. But I thought he was going to be more offensively lethal than he is, or than he has been. Next, Packers are a top 10 team, beating the Bucks. Of course, the Bucks was without Mike Evans, without Julio Jones on offense, and it was a low-scoring game because of that. But nonetheless, they got the win. They got the win, and they're going to New England. So, not they're going to New England is going to them, and they're gonna have some momentum going forward. I think they're gonna feed off that. Next, Steelers are in trouble. They gotta do something quick. They have a great, talented team. They have a talented team. Trubisky is in it, in case you haven't seen that from the Bears when he was in Chicago. They need to do something quick. I think Mike Tomlin should do something quick. A trade, a something. Next, Dolphins. Dolphins are a top 5 team. I think they're going to die down still. But they're a top 5 team right now. Big win, as I predicted last week that I think the Dolphins was going to beat the Bills. Bills, still a top 5 team too. I don't think that's any secret. The Bengals, they're back to where they left off last year. They're picking up some momentum. They look stagnant the first week, even the second week. But now they're starting to pick it back up. For the Raiders, Josh McDaniels, his time is ticking. 0-3, unacceptable. I know he has a tough schedule. It's unacceptable from what I saw, from what I'm seeing. Saints need a better quarterback. I'm not going to keep killing their quarterback. I'm not even going to mention his name, but 30 for 30. Vikings, they may have been overrated. Justin Jefferson needs to get the ball more. Kirk Cousins is just so average, unfortunately. Sorry. Jalen Hurts, he's my number 2 pick for MVP right now in the race. I think Lamar Jackson's 3rd, and we already know who's 1st. And that the Eagles, top 5 team. Colts, they show some life. 1-1-1. They show some life, man. I still don't think they're as good, with Matt Ryan, but they show some life. It's going to be interesting to see if they can pull out that division. Patty Mahomes, still my number 1 MVP. Don't care if they lost. Still my number 1 MVP. Chiefs are still going to be good. Chiefs still arguably a top 5 team. Jags are good, man. Trevor Lawrence, I was wrong about them beginning of the season. They're good. Chargers defense needs work. J.C. Jackson's there. Bosa's still there. I don't know what's happening with the Chargers. They just have a tough schedule. But that Jags win, they were supposed to win that. And that's what makes teams great. It's the games you're supposed to win and you win. Not the games that you're underdog and you win. Those are important too, but it's the games that you're supposed to win. Nonetheless, last one, Rams. Rams bounce back. They're looking good. Top 10 team. Holding on until OBJ comes back. Hopefully comes back during the season. He's looking good. And the Rams, they'll be all right. Next, week 4 picks. Dolphins at Cincinnati. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Dolphins. That's going to be a good game. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Dolphins. Actually, I don't, because I don't think the Dolphins are going to die down just yet. I think they're going to die down in the middle of the season, still in the first quarter of the season. I think they're going to die down in the middle of the season a little bit. So I think the Dolphins are still eating off that. If it comes to a shootout, it can be dangerous for the Dolphins, even though the Dolphins can put up points. But I think Cincy's starting to pick it up. Vikings at Saints. I got the Vikings. I think Justin Jefferson, they're going to find a way to get him the ball and Cooks the ball more and make them lethal. Seahawks versus the Lions. I got the Seahawks. Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Pete Carroll. That defense is still good. I got the Seahawks. They're not a playoff team, but they're borderline playoffs. Jets at the Steelers. I got the Steelers. This is a must win for the Steelers. Best believe if the Steelers lose this to Joe Flacco, oh my God, they will be talked about for the remainder of that week if they lose to the Jets. It's unacceptable at that point to be 1-3. Oh no, can't do it. Can't go down 1-3. So yeah, they need to figure that out. Bears at the Giants. I got the Giants. I think the Giants are okay. Now that they're 2-1 and they're in the mix. I think they're gonna fight harder. I think Saquon Barkley, he's on my fantasy team. I think he's gonna ball out every game now. You know, you can't control a running back balling out every game, but I think the Giants are gonna just play harder. Hopefully, Sterling Shepard's okay. Last play of their drive in the fourth quarter, he got hurt, but just a freak accident. I already know how that feels. I hope he's good. It's gonna be tough, but I think the Giants can win that at home. Next, Titans at Colts. Division matchup. Gonna be a tough game. I think Derrick Henry and oh my gosh, and the Colts. That's gonna be a great game. Not because they're not two top team running back teams. They're not, but it's gonna be a great running game matchup. And I got the Titans. I think Mike Vrabel's gonna figure out how to win that one on the road. I got the Titans. Next, Chargers versus Texans. I got the Chargers. They need to win that one. Even if it's on the road, don't care. Chargers need to win that one. Texans aren't that good. Browns versus Falcons. I got the Browns. That's it. I got the Browns. They won last week. I got the Browns. Commanders versus Cowboys. Got the Cowboys. Oh my God, yo, Cowboys' schedule is not that good. So we don't really know how good they really are. But I think they're going to win this one, and every game they win, even without Dak, is going to be like another week of just like first take, undisputed, just talking about them, saying, oh, man, they're good. Oh, no, they're not that good. Perfect debate team for this season. Next, we got the Jags versus the Eagles. Even though the Jags are going to put up a fight, I got Eagles. I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to have a great game like we've been seeing before. Going to be a few passing games, plays, running. Things gonna be a little more balanced. They're gonna start finding that identity where Jalen Hurts doesn't have to do too much, but he's still gonna be good. Bills versus Ravens. Gonna be a great game. I think Bills are gonna bounce back and beat the Ravens. And I think the Ravens are gonna be in a weird spot. They got a tough schedule. I got the Bills. No way the Bills will lose 2 in a row. Cardinals versus Panthers. I got the Cardinals. Panthers, they just kind of picked it up a little bit. I just don't believe in them still. Baker Mayfield, don't believe in them. Not yet. Got the Cardinals. Broncos versus the Raiders. Raiders, as much as I want to pick the Broncos for Russell Wilson, I don't think the Raiders are going to go down 0-4 because that would just be bad. And they're at home. Fans are going to start to boo them if they lose. They're going to start to look at quarterback changes, coaching changes for 1,000%. Josh McDaniels might come back to the Patriots this season. That's going to be interesting. I don't know if that's going to be a hot take if that happens, but I think the Raiders, that's going to be a big game. Raiders need to win that one. 0-3, can't go down 0-4. Patriots at Green Bay Packers. I'm going to say Green Bay. It's going to be close for a while. I think of a drive from 2 to 3 drives from Aaron Rodgers to score. He's just going to take control of that offense and be Aaron Rodgers. He's a bad man. I got Green Bay. I got the Patriots going down 1-3, but picking it up right after. I got the Chiefs and Buccaneers. Ooh, that's going to be a great one. Hopefully Julio Jones can play. Hopefully Mike Evans can play. I think it was a 1-game suspension for Mike Evans. And the Chiefs, man, these schedules are tough. Some of these teams are facing tough schedules. I got the Bucks coming off a loss, Chiefs coming off a loss, Bucks at home. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. Whew. I got the Chiefs. And this is my Super Bowl picks. These are my Super Bowl teams. Best believe I'm going to be speaking about this next week. And then you got the Rams and 49ers. 49ers are an interesting team right now. Very interesting team. A lot of storylines in the 49ers. Very interesting team. And then you got the Rams. I got the 49ers winning it. I got the 49ers being the Los Angeles Rams. That's it for my week 4 picks. That's it for NFL. Next, Summer Madness 12 was this weekend, man. Saturday. It was in Charlotte, urltv.tv, smack. Summer Madness, the Super Bowl battle rap, March Madness battle rap, NBA Finals of battle rap, WrestleMania battle rap, whatever you want to call it. It was this Saturday on Caffeine. It was live. It was going to drop on the Euro TV app. The biggest events. It hit a million people were watching it live. I know that for sure. A million people were watching. I don't know if it hit 2 million. I don't think it did, but that's insane in itself. I only was able to watch 4 battles. It was only 5 battles. 6 battles if you count the one round between Solar Flare. Shout out to Solar Flare. I was able to speak to him last year when I saw him in Philly. Great dude. Nice dude. Definitely going to be seeing him again. Did a 1 round. You know, they usually do the crucible to warm up the crowd. So, shout out to him. I'm going to be honest. I saw a little bit of Danny versus Fonz. Didn't like it. Sorry, y'all. I said that last week. I was like, I'm not too big on either one of them. I don't think the crowd really rocked with that much of them either. So, I'm going to just start from the bottom to the top. We got Easy to Block Captain vs. Calico. That was the last battle of the night, but we're going to talk about in terms of popularity of the battles. Easy to Block Captain vs. Calico. I got Easy. Oof. I got Easy. It's a toss-up debatable. It's a toss-up debatable between the two. Easy was alright. Calico was prepared and he rapped. I'm proud of both of them, especially Easy. I know he did it on short notice. He's on the Fresh Prince. As an actor, he's been going crazy. Cal dropping tapes, going crazy. Both of them very talented. I got it being a toss-up. It could go either way, but I think I had Easy. But it really could have been a toss-up, truthfully. Next, Shotgun Suge vs. Chess. I think I had Suge winning. I don't know. I think I did. Hopefully I did. I said if Chess takes it 100%, he gonna win. But unfortunately, he threw up in the first round, and it just trickled over to every other round after that. Which I said, like, Suge has been on a tear with stumbles and drugs. Suge's on another run. You know how runs go in battle rap. He's on another run. 3-0. It was 3-0 of Suge. Tay-Rock versus Swamp. Best back and forth of the night. Tay-Rock went crazy in the first round. Crazy. Swamp went crazy in the second. Tay-Rock's second round, talked about raccoons. Made fun of Swamp for eating raccoons. Swamp's from North Carolina. They in North Carolina. People in North Carolina eat raccoons. They didn't like it. It handed Rock's second round. It almost killed him. Kept bringing it up too. And then the third round was really a toss-up, if we're being honest. Neither Swamp's or Tay-Rock's third round was anything too crazy. It was just like a solid 7 out of 10 from both of them. Or even 6 out of 10. But it was the best back and forth of that night. Shout out to Gun Titles. And then the main event, Sue Surf. Tsunami Surf versus JC. JC just won the Ultimate Madness for 120K. You won that tournament, cruised by it, and then you got Sue Surf. The day before Rolling Loud, he battled JC, main event, Summer Madness. He did a meet and greet that weekend with him and Rock and Chess and Easy. They all on the same team. It was gun titles. That was the card. Did a meet and greet. He did the superstar role, and then as soon as he got after the battle, straight on a plane. He went on live right after the battle during Easy's battle. He was on live on a plane to go to Rolling Loud to perform. Superstar. He's a superstar. JC. He just went on that stage and rapped, man. He just went on that stage and just wanted to rap. Let me break something down for people. Whenever, it's like hip hop. It's like rap. It's like music. I can pay $20 to go to a local club, a local show, and hear a rapper, an underground rapper, or a not known rapper with a bunch of hits. No, just a good rapper who drops great tapes, great verses. He has a mic, he has a DJ, he rapping your favorite verses for you. I can pay $20 for that. And it would be great energy, packed house, but it's like 100 people, 80 people, and it could be the time of your life. Great. I can't get a ticket to Jay-Z for $20. I can't get a ticket to Drake, Kanye, Kendrick, Migos, Future, Beyonce, Doja Cat. I can't do none of that for $20. I gotta pay a lot of money. So, if I'm paying a lot of money, and I know thousands gonna be there, and I might be sitting up in the rafters, I might be sitting up in the back. Even in the back, it's like 80 bills. I need a show. I need to see a show. Drake had flying Ferraris. Jay-Z got a live band. Beyonce's Beyonce. She got backup dancers, wind flowing through her hair, changing outfits every song. It's different. Choreography different. It's a show. It's a show. JC just went up there and rapped like he was like we in my apartment, and it's just like 50 of us, and we just want to hear raps and bars. No, we don't. So Surf walked on that stage, the show arrived. He moving around, it's his stage. He didn't even get too crazy. He wasn't even getting too crazy. But it's a superstar effect. He just owned the stage. This is mine. It's not yours. We ain't here for you. 3-0. 3-0 Sue Surf. I ain't gonna lie, JC disappointed me. I had Surf winning easily. But it's just, I thought he would put more of a fight, more performance. But you gotta think, if I'm the guy in the back, I don't wanna hear just bars and raps. I need to see something too. Whether it's on the big screen, whether it's just sound effects, whether it's something, I can't just hear raps. And I've been on my feet all day. Nah, bro, I gotta hear something. I gotta hear something different. And 3-4 battles before y'all, it's just been raps. You come on and do the same thing with some more intricate lines? No, sorry. You think I'm gonna go crazy for it? No, I've been on my feet listening to that all day. I need something different right now. It's unfortunate. Nonetheless, also, as many know, I say I'm the Brown Bostonian because I am. But also, aka Sir South, I'm a battle rapper myself. This past week, my Crucible battle in Philly that I did last year dropped on the URL TV app. I wish I could share a clip with you guys on my Instagram, but they don't allow you to record it. The app doesn't allow you to record a snippet on it. So if you have the app, go on there, look up the Crucible in Philly, go towards the end. That was the last battle. And support it, man. I've been getting a lot of love from it, a lot of recognition from it. Didn't get picked, but that's okay. Got on the app, and it don't stop there. I'm excited for it, excited to be, on URL TV. So, and shout out to Authentic, who was at the Philly, and Soulflare, who's just on Summer Madness for the one rounder to open up the show. And Authentic, they're both this class's final class. They was at Philly too. They rapped. We was all there. They was picked. I got nothing but love from him. Shout out to Authentic, We Go Hard. It's from LI. It's from Long Island, New York. Shout out to Authentic. Shout out to Solar Flare. Shout out to everybody else who made that Crucible class. Can't wait to see what they do. We're gonna keep going, man. I'm gonna keep covering them. Every big card that they get on. Best believe I'm gonna show love to the new class. But there you go. Also, Murder Mook versus Geechee Gotti was announced. I'm not gonna do my predictions yet, but that's one of those, man. Nonetheless, that's it for episode 8. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna get out of here. Can't wait to see y'all next week. Got more to speak on.